We have Congressman Matt Gaetz, Republican from Florida, joining us now. Congressman, welcome to the program. You're coming into the thick and fast flow of news here. We understand that the tax deduction for state and local income taxes is going away. You don't get that deduction. Therefore, I expect that you guys in Florida are going to get a big influx of rich Democrats coming down from New York, New Jersey, and California. You looking forward to it?
Hey, we've got 600 people a day moving to the state of Florida, and it's because we've got the lowest per capita state taxes in America. Stuart, I can tell you I've just walked out of a meeting of my Republican colleagues discussing our exciting
I'm with
plan.
you as long as you need.
I'm sorry, go ahead, Congressman. I'm sorry, we've got an open mic someplace else. Go ahead, Congressman. You just walked out of the meeting. What was it like?
Sure. Well, there is a lot of enthusiasm and unity for this great tax cut that's going to revitalize the American economy. As to the state and local tax deductions you mentioned, here's what I expect. Every American will be able to claim upwards of a $10,000 deduction against their state and local property taxes, but it won't be higher than that. So this is an exciting incentive for high-tax states to actually cut taxes to supercharge the value of our tax plan.
Congressman, Congressman. Are you kidding me? Do you really think that in California, oh, they're going to cut taxes? In New York State, oh, they're going to cut taxes?
Hey, they
Seriously?
should. Stuart, in the state of Florida, we've got more people than the state of New York, but we got about half the budget. They've got so much waste up there, and you know what? It's time that in Washington we send a message that in high-tax states, you're not going to have the same competitive advantages that you will in low-tax states like the state of Florida. So I'm very excited about the opportunity to have some deductions still included for folks, but people in the state of Florida should not be subsidizing the deductions of people in Illinois and California and New York and New Jersey.
I'm with you all the way. I want to go back to that meeting. You just walked out of it. It was the House Ways and Means Committee and Republican leadership briefing the rest of the Republican Party on what's in this tax package. You say that it was greeted almost unanimously, favorably, very well received. Can you see any group of Republicans or any individual Republicans voting against this?
Well, I think there's a key distinction between the tax bill and the health care situation we went through earlier. The leadership understands that this will be an evolving process. I expect there will be changes made to this bill. We'll refine it through amendments offered in both the Ways and Means Committee and on the floor of the House. And I see no major group lining up against this because, look at what the markets are doing. Look at what the excitement over tax cuts is doing to investor confidence and consumer confidence. And after 8 years of an Obama economy that really trapped people, we've got a rescue plan for the middle class and for small businesses that I think will unite all Republicans on Capitol Hill, and it's darn time we do that, Stuart.
Here's a problem which I see, and it concerns the 1%. The top income earners, especially if they live in high-tax states, are actually going to be paying more tax. That will not be stimulative. That's a problem because you need those people and all the money they've got to get out there and spend it and invest it. And you probably can't if the taxpayer, if the federal government is taking more off them. Does that concern you at all? And also, Congressman, this is a broken promise. We were all supposed to get a tax cut, and it's not happening.
Well, we all will, Stuart, because remember, on those first elements of income, there's still a tax reduction. So as people go up the tax elevator of income, they're still going to be receiving the same tax cuts that all Americans are going to be receiving. So every American will see a reduction in their taxes as a consequence of this bill. I'm confident of it. Remember, it's also a lot of high earners that end up paying the death tax. We are repealing the death tax in this bill. That's going to give people an incentive to be more productive. Well, we're going to phase it out over 6 years, but immediately, we're going to double the exemption that exists in the death tax. So there'll be immediate relief in the death tax right now, and then over the next 6 years, we'll see it completely abolished. That'll be a real opportunity for us to perpetuate the American dream by passing on small businesses and family farms and ensuring that the next generation of Americans can be even more successful.
Have you heard from any estate tax lawyers who, they're a cottage industry in escaping the estate tax? They're not going to be very happy with this, Congressman, and there's a lot of them in Florida, I'm sure.
There are, and we haven't drafted this bill for the lawyers and the accountants. We've drafted this bill for the American people, and frankly, one of the most exciting things about this legislation is that 9 out of every 10 Americans will be able to fill out their taxes on a postcard. getting rid of the compliance costs and the compliance challenges that burden so many American families.
Okay.
There's no reason why in America we can't have a fair, simple tax system, and this is a great step in that direction.
Congressman Matt Gaetz, Republican, Florida. Thanks for joining us, sir. Now, I've got a